All right, so the next one here, Israel and the U.S. are exhausting supplies of ballistic missile interceptors. So this article is from Middle East Eye. So Israel is using its ballistic missile interceptors at a rapid clip after 4 days of war with Iran, a senior U.S. official familiar with efforts to resupply Israel told Middle East Eye. In some quarters of the U.S. government, there are concerns that a direct U.S. strike on Iran could lead to bigger Iranian retaliation against Israel that would drain the U.S.'s global stockpile of missile interceptors to a horrendous level, the official said. Israel relies on a 3-tiered air defense system, and Iran's attacks are challenging its most sophisticated defenses. The Iron Dome is used to shoot down short-range rockets and drones fired by groups like Hamas and Hezbollah. The second level is David's Sling, which can intercept heavier rockets, along with some ballistic missiles. The Arrow 2 and 3 systems are used to down ballistic missiles, with the latter able to shoot down exo-atmospheric hypersonic missiles. So replenishing the Arrow systems has been a perennial problem for Israel. Middle East Eye reported in September 2024 that Israel was struggling to replenish Arrow interceptors after Iran's first attack on Israel in April of that year. The U.S. and Israel jointly produce Arrow interceptors. So Dan Caldwell, who's a former Pentagon official, he was pushed out. I forget exactly, over some, it seemed like inter-Pentagon drama, essentially, that he was pushed out over. Not that he was involved in any drama himself, but I think it was something, Hegseth's like chief of staff. But Caldwell was one of the people inside the Pentagon who was very against war with Iran, and he was pushed out. But he wrote on X, quote, "The types of interceptors that are required to shoot down ballistic missiles are expensive and difficult to produce in mass quantities. I will assume Israel has stockpiled a decent number of arrows and stunners for its David Sling, but they have to expend many of those against the Houthis and during Iran's previous missile attacks last year. It is therefore likely that Israel and the U.S. are going to have to start rationing their interceptors soon," end quote. So this is a factor in this war, the supply of these interceptors. And nobody really knows exactly how many ballistic missiles Iran has. You see some people estimate, they only have 2,000 and they've already fired 370. But I believe that they probably have more than that. And then they have other types of weapons. They're saying they have other types of missiles that they haven't used yet. And then other, less sophisticated things. They probably have lots of drones. So